We had a great crowd, and it rained for 16 days in a row, and so it was really, really wet. You know, the SoCal guys were just complaining and complaining and complaining, and even to this day, Ziggy's not happy about the game being played. He still thinks it should have been called because the field was too wet. But so that was a lot of fun in front of a great raucous home crowd, beating UCLA and just kind of listening to them kind of complain about the conditions was just like a good old-fashioned Northwest day. The win over Iraq was crazy because even though Iraq weren't exactly liked, they were the last Arab team in the tournament. That region has a lot of pride, and so even though they're kind of somewhat enemies, they kind of rallied behind them a little bit, and it was a crazy atmosphere. I don't know if it was when we took the lead or before we took the lead, then there was like lights failing and we had to wait until the lights came back on, and there were so many overage players playing for Iraq as well, and so it was a fun night, and for multiple reasons. And then obviously a year or two later, we're at war with, we're kind of liberating Kuwait from Iraq, which was a little bit interesting. Against a great Colombia team, with the likes of, the big stars with Higuita and Valderrama and all those guys. So it was fun. What it was a small 4-team tournament, and so we just went to PKs to determine position in the tournament. I think it went down as a draw. But yeah, so then I was the 11th shooter, and I smashed it off the crossbar. So yeah, that was fairly memorable. I remember Tab Ramos and I joking before the game. If we didn't lose 3-0, we would get through the group. I remember Tab and I were joking that we had said something to each other, well, if we win 3-0, then we come in first in the group and we don't have to leave and travel to the next game. And then I remember after the game we were laughing at each other because we did win 3-0 and pushed them out. So that was a memorable, but also the tournament, because it was kind of the first time that the players really stuck together, and we almost went on strike and a bunch of different things because of the bonus situation and different things. So it had multiple meanings. Yeah, I didn't have a lot to do that game. I had to make one big save in extra time, and Steve came up with the big goal, and it was kind of similar in the first game too, at Wembley. This time we went a goal down, and I think it was Emil Heskey who came up with the big goal there, and I think same thing. I think I had a save, 1 or 2 saves to make in that game that was kind of, biggish saves. And then the hardest part about the replay was I had to leave the next day to go with the national team, so I couldn't quite, celebrate the way I would have liked to have. I still have in my mind that I was hoping that the game had been canceled because there had been a lot of rain, and I had just traveled over from England, and I didn't feel really well before the game. I thought, God, it'd be nice if it got canceled and we played tomorrow and maybe I would feel better. Well, that wouldn't have gone so well. And then I have the memory of making that series of saves, and then Romario shaking my hand in the game, and then Preki scoring, and then finishing the game and watching Brazil leave the field the way they did, and so down and understanding what had just happened, and so that was a lot of fond memories out of that one.